Okay, here we go. Episode 4 in Sholm's Suite. Oh no, is it gonna be you talking to yourself again?
Oh yeah, let's go. Ooh, ooh. That's my brother's birthday.
Oh, congrats.
It's actually my dad's birthday.
Happy
March
birthday.
9th. My brother was born on the 3rd and my dad was born on the It is just me talking to myself. Good morning, Iris. Good morning, Mr. Shows.
I might be here.
Oh, good morning, Susie. I'll get breakfast on the table for all of us. Whistle.
Ah, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, you are
Good
here.
morning.
Come now. What a long face.
Oh, I'm sorry. The thing is, I just had a rather strange envelope posted under my door this morning. I'm not sure if it's just the envelope or envelope.
I believe it's pronounced envelope.
That is precisely how he would pronounce it. With some rather strange things inside. Actually, envelope sounds like a really nice name, though.
This is my daughter, Envelope.
Like I'd be half tempted to like name my child Envelope. It'd be so mean though, but like,
and this is my
every roll call,
son.
just be like Envelope.
Envelope?
No, they'd call envelope.
It'd be envelope, yeah.
Be like,
Envelope?
It's envelope.
It's Envelope.
Are you sure?
That's such a cute name, though.
I mean, it sounds cute. Like, audibly, It sounds cute.
It's a very nice sounding. Yeah, that's why Holmes, Sherlock Sholmes. I'm just gonna combine them. It's Sherlock Sholmes. That's why
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes. That's why he likes it. Sounds nice. What strange things? I already said.
I don't know what it said anymore. That was like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, what was it, Reno? Do I catch the scent of mystery in the air?
Nothing so exciting, I'm afraid, Iris. It was just 5 orange pips. Can't imagine what it could possibly...
What?
Orange pips, Mr. Arno? And for 5 of them?
Wait, what about 5 orange pips?
I think it's like
it's
a
an
Moriarty
envelope.
thing. Like I think Moriarty would send Holmes 5 orange seeds.
What's the matter with you? It's a bit of an overreaction, isn't it?
No reaction, Mr. Naruto. You don't understand. It's a warning, a notice of imminent danger to your life.
What? To my life? What's the meaning of all this, Mr. Sholmes?
My dear fellow, why do you make such an enquiry of me?
Because the name of the sender is written on that envelope, and it is yours.
Oh! You're right, Reno. It said sent by Sholmes, envoy of hell.
So my little ploy has been exposed. Well, so be it. Cast your mind back, if you will, Mr. Naruto, to the time of our dining last night.
Oh yes, Mrs. Zato cooked Japanese food for us.
Indeed. In particular, you may recall the final norimaki sushi roll. That was savor. How does he know what norimaki is?
He was probably just told last night.
I mean, I guess so, but shows have been consistently not pronouncing anything Japanese properly.
Yeah, but clearly he remembered this for a specific reason. So
That is before you swooped in with your clacking chopsticks and filched it from right under my nose.
oh, I assumed because you'd left it that you didn't want it.
I left it, my dear fellow, because I planned to enjoy it as my brother's both for.
Is that not a thing other people do? I do that. I'm like,
Do you do that?
like when I'm having a meal, my favorite thing. I'm like, I want that thing to be the thing I finish with.
I absolutely understand. I do not do that. I do not do that.
I usually, often I'll get out of the way the thing I like the least first, and just be like, okay,
No,
now I don't have to do that.
I eat it combined. Like I eat a little bit of each thing. And my goal is to try to finish everything at the same time. I don't want to take 2 bites of the same thing. That's my goal when I eat.
Yeah,
How do you eat?
I've tried eating things like taking turns between biting. I don't like mixing the flavors as much unless it's supposed to be done like that.
Yeah,
Like if
I don't
it's
know, but like,
if it's like a garbage plate, which most of you viewers don't know what that is.
yeah,
I eat it all together because that's the point.
it's meant to be together. Yeah, Outcry does that. He saves the very last thing.
Oh.
But like,
Have a good night, Shady.
bye, Shady. Outcry will eat the entire one thing, and then he'll slowly move to every single thing, and he'll save the thing he likes the most for the very last.
Yeah, that's what I do. See, I'm not the only one, at least.
Like, you'll eat all the rice, all the vegetables, and then the steak.
There'll be an exception if it's something that I'm worried is going to get cold too quick.
Because that's what Outcry does.
Yeah, Cool Name said that your section as well, like me, and Outcry. And
Yeah, no, I definitely, my goal is to just try to finish it all with a singular bite of each thing left. If I have to take 2 bites of something, I'm just...
Fair enough. That's very interesting to me. Everybody has a little different approach, but...
Yeah.
I'm also glad I'm just not the only... I sometimes thought I was weird for just being like, I want to finish with the thing that tastes best, because I want that to be the thing lingering in my mouth after.
No, that makes sense. It really does, but... I don't know. I just...
Okay, Cool Name. Thank you for that. I can't repeat that on stream, though. Okay, Sholmes.
Surely you must have noticed my intent by the subtle dilation of my right pupil.
I've never had takoyaki. I want to try takoyaki.
You've never had takoyaki?
I've never had takoyaki.
Next time we see each other, we should just make takoyaki. It's not very hard.
It's the octopus, right?
Yeah, the octopus
Octopus
balls.
balls. I mean, I guess.
Yeah. Or we can buy it. I mean, whatever.
I've never had it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Cool Name likes to start with the takoyaki and then go to the teriyaki beef. That's the cleanest way I could read that.
Oh, disgusting. Cool Name, you're canceled.
Perhaps perhaps a clearer sound would be helpful next time. Just an idea.
In summary, that post you received earlier is a notice of impending revenge. You should be quaking in your boots.
Really? Because I went straight out into the garden and planted them. Hopefully we may grow some exotic fruit. I don't think you're gonna grow orange trees in the middle of, like, Britain.
In March.
I think the cold would kill it.
Well, yeah, but, like, you could theoretically, if you planted in, like, a fair season, it would grow a little bit and then die. Like, if you planted in March, the seeds won't even germinate. There's no point sending a notice of impending revenge if the person you sent it to doesn't know what it is. Well, I knew, of course, because I've read this book. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Until now, in all major London bookshops and receiving rave reviews.
Guys, that's our sponsor.
Yeah. This episode is sponsored by Sherlock Holmes. Use promo code SHATJV to get 5% off.
Use promo key AAAA8 to get your first 100 pulls free.
Oh no!
we'll be sponsored by Gacha.
Use promo code Inheritance for 25% on. It's more expensive if you use my promo.
Yes, of course. It's finally been published, hasn't it? I hear it's selling very well.
It is! 12 short copies in 1 volume. I've earned a lifetime spending money already.
And it has further bolstered my name. In fact, only the other day a Bohemian king sought to engage my services.
Really? That's extraordinary.
Of course, the gentleman persisted with some pretense about being the fishmonger for the duration. But only a fool would presume to be able to deceive my eye by such a charade.
So how did you know that he was a king, then?
Why, there was no mystery, my dear fellows. A distinct smell of fish accompanied the man's lowly apparel. And though he tried to hide it, the left side of his mustache quivered in quite a manifest manner.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes. That's simply brilliant.
Having neatly resolved the case for the man, I was sent a quantity of fresh cod as a mark for appreciation.
I think perhaps you shouldn't discount the possibility that he actually was a fishmonger.
Ah, is that? Can anyone smell burning?
Oh, yes, you're right. And look, smoke. I think maybe there's a fireplace in this room.
Fire! Fire! There's a fire, everyone!
Yeah, right there, the fireplace. Really, a fire?
We must all fight the fire at once! Everybody out of the room! I'll handle it.
No, wait, I have to go back to my room first.
Are you deranged? If you're not asphyxiated by the smoke, the flames will burn you to death!
But my Daruma doll, I can't let my Daruma burn. It means too much. Drat, sorry, but I'm gonna make a dash for it upstairs.
Oh, Rita, you're so funny.
There's no time for jokes, Iris. Go, quickly, get out of here.
But there is no fire. Is there, Hurley?
Huh?
Ah, what a delight to see that ploy enacted in the flesh. I wouldn't have dared to dream I should be so lucky.
Miss Susato.
Susato's just vibing the entire time. She's like, ooh.
I couldn't tell if she was in on it or if she was just like, oh, anything that goes on with Chalmers, I just absorb through my eyeballs and anywhere else.
Codename spending too much time around dudes. He's rubbing off.
I don't think it was dirty.
Indeed, it was a ploy, a devilment engineered by my puckish spirit.
It was all a trick, but why?
It's a simple experiment of the mind, Mr. Ohono, when his life is threatened. A fellow is compelled instinctively to protect that property which he attaches main magic importance.
Yeah, that's kind of obvious. And Dragon said that when there's no smoke, there's no fire. Or where there's no smoke, there's no fire.
And after your own life, the most important thing to you seems to be your Daruma doll.
Let's not dwell on that, she'll be Iris. So you knew all along, Mrs. Addo, that it was a trick?
Yes, of course. The very ploy is described in this book. The Adventures of Sherlock shows. On sale now in all major London bookshops and receiving rave reviews.
Not again.
I have used that device quite satisfactorily in the past to solve a case.
I just want to say, Capcom needs to release an actual Adventures of Sherlock Holmes series of books or short stories or something.
Yeah, it'd be really fun.
That are with this version of Sherlock Holmes, written by this Iris, so they're spun in whatever way, including some Ace Attorney characters spun in some way. But it's like what they're reading in universe.
I don't know if it shows up on the stream, but I was gonna say you had a link at the bottom.
Oh no, it doesn't show up on the screen.
Okay.
But when it came to something of a habit, didn't it? You started yelling fire at every crime scene. In the end, people started to pay no attention to you at all.
Yes, that's true. There was a time where I was known as the showman who cried wolf.
I think there's a lesson to be learnt in there somewhere. Sadly,
Sadly, my little boy failed to yell.
You gonna read?
Oh, does that not count?
No.
But sadly, my little boy failed to yield results this time.
I mean, it didn't count because we heard like 4 words and then it cut out.
Iris was utterly unmoved.
What do you mean?
Well, I was anticipating that Iris would immediately expel her to her hiding place. the location of the nest eggs we should cache somewhere in this room.
Nest egg? You think I got some saving?
Why, naturally, the book is selling like hotcakes after all. Simple deduction indeed to conclude that the profits must be concealed here within these walls.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, are you in need of money? I bet I know what it is. It's that new microscope that's gone on. Isn't it, Hurley?
What else? I had such a strong desire to own one, yet my purse was £1 too light. And as no offer of a loan has been forthcoming, I've been forced to resort to alternative stratagem.
Sorry, Hurley, but I'm not for that. Not coming from the Sholmes who cried wolf.
She just bought a bunch of jackets and took it to a pawnbroker. Ah, how vexing!
You really shouldn't be trying to steal a 10-year-old savings, you know.
My book is full of little tricks like that, you see, in the armory of the great detective.
Except that in this case, both the orange pips and the fake fire fell a little flat, didn't they?
Oh, I have plenty more tricks up my sleeve. Take, for example, the case of the Boscombe Valley Mystery.
I'm already filled with dread just from the title.
It's a tale of extraordinary skill on the part of the great detective. Skills of tracking.
Tracking?
When I arrived at the scene of the crime in Ribbis Valley, there were footprints everywhere. My eye was immediately drawn to one set in particular.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, your detective instinct is truly remarkable.
As you know, my dear madam, no detail, no matter how small, escaped the scrutiny of these. So I tracked my quarry, following the trail of his footprints all the way to the man's place of residence.
Led you directly to the culprit's house. What a triumph.
You misunderstand. It led me directly to my own house, my dear fellow.
Huh?
Well, the footprints were, in the final analysis, those made by my own shoes. For there was one set of footprints. It was me, walking by myself.
I knew you were going to reference that.
Hurley had left here for Boscombe Valley as soon as he received the telegram about the case, you see. And then he followed his own trail straight back into Baker Street.
Now, Iris, please. You make it sound almost humdrum, but I assure you, it's no easy feat. Tracking of this nature is a skill possessed only by the great Herlock Show.
You're right, it really is extraordinary.
Quite so. Extraordinary is the word. Let it be the last on the subject. Anyway, needless to say, I subsequently went on to the case with various other deductions.
Yes, it's the various other deductions that I'm interested in.
Ah, well, you shall have to read the book then. Sure, Iris has penned it in her usual flourish.
Oh, absolutely. I've put an ingenious spin on the great detective's exploits.
It must have been very ingenious to make this man sound even remotely credible as a detective.
Wait, is that? Does that smell like something's burning again?
I've had enough devil meat for one day, Mr. Sholmes. Put your puckish spirit to bed.
I assure you, this has nothing to do with me or my spirit.
What?
Oh no! The smoke is getting thicker!
You mean it's not a trick this time? There really is a...
Fire! Fire! There's a fire, everyone!
Ah!
Mr. Zato, where are you going?
Set aside, Mr. Naruhodo.
Ugh, easy, Mr. Sholmes, what are you... Mr. Sholmes! Why'd you just chuck that bust of Napoleon on the floor? Oh, look at that, in amongst all the broken porcelain. Coins, sovereigns in fact, worth a whole pound each.
Come, everyone, we must leave at once. Evacuate the building.
You fell for it, Hurley. Hook, line, and sinker.
Ah,
Wait, you mean Iris?
I certainly would have guessed that that's where you'd hidden it.
do you mean to say that the smoke was?
My own puckish spirit needs to come out in play sometimes too, you know.
What?
Ah, of course. I know what it is, Iris. It's that indoor herb garden set that went on sale last week, isn't it? That's what you're after.
I want one so desperately, but I'm £4 short. And though you told me you didn't have any money to spare before, I knew you had a secret nest egg somewhere in this room.
Ah, you've outwitted me again.
You really shouldn't let yourself be outwitted by a 10-year-old child, you know.
So thank you for the loan, Hurley. Oh, but wait.
What's the matter?
Where's Susie? She's disappeared.
Oh yes, that's right. She ran off up the stairs before, didn't she?
Oh, what are you all still doing here? We have to evacuate. Won't be long before the fire is...
Hmm.
Ah. Sorry, Susie. Children will get up to miss this once in a while, you know, but it's all perfectly harmless.
Harmless maybe, but oh so devious.
Beep, 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 beep. Oh, well, at least nobody was hurt.
Apart from Napoleon and my secret. Now tell us, Mr. Zato, what was it that you went so fleet-footedly to fetch?
Sorry? Oh, no, nothing. It's just, no. This is nothing. Susie, that's a notebook detailing all of Reno's trials, isn't it? It's bulging at the seams.
What?
Ah, testament to the various people you helped to pass.
Mrs. Zato,
Well, I am your judicial assistant after all. I would do anything to ensure the safety of these records, even risk my life if necessary. I mean, it's very important to me. It's like a diary of everything we achieved together.
getting all teary-eyed now.
Yes, in stark contrast to someone who far-fetched his Darubadol, I must say.
Ugh. Cute.